Hey guys, here's a vlog. I think this is number 14, I believe. Um, and, putting out yet another vlog. Well, they're uploaded close together, but they're filmed months apart. Because vlog 12 was setting up my monitor, and that happened sometime in August. And then vlog 13, which I just put up a little while ago, started it on September 30th and then finished it on October 4th. Finished filming, and then I edited it and uploaded it a little while ago. But today, or tonight rather, we're going to be trying to fix these lights. These are my Halloween, these orange, opaque, frosted lights that I've had for ages. They're from 2014. Even has a date code on it. Got these new in box years ago from Value Village, and they don't work. Well, I have a bulb taken out there, but even with that bulb, it doesn't work. When I first put these up, actually, when I first took these out of the bin and plugged them in, they didn't work. But then I wiggled them around, they came on, so I was like, okay, that's weird, but they're working now. But there's a bunch of burned out bulbs. And then decided to, and then there was a lot more burned out bulbs than previous years, and then I bet you just all burned out. So, I'm gonna scrap it now, but I had a vlog 14 filmed. It was a really long video. I'm gonna try something different, put some time lapses in, so it's not as long. Well, it might be long, but at least it's not gonna, some parts will be sped up, if it's what I'm trying to say. I found the dead bulb. I put one of my replacement clear ones. I have a whole bunch of these clear, incandescent 2.5 volt mini light bulbs. These ones. I got them they were off of a artificial porch tree that my grandma had, and then it broke, so I stripped all the lights off the tree, and it was like it was in a big loop. It was a looping set, kind of like these two that I have over here. These two, they're looping. They don't have an end. They don't have end to ends. They don't have plugs on either end, like the C7s and these mini lights, these guys. And I plugged it in, I put the bulb in, and then it blew the bulb. This strand lit up briefly, and then blew the bulb. It blew another bulb, and it went dead again. So, I don't really know what's going on, and now that I know that, I don't want to put another bulb in, because I don't have a lot of these ones. There's 5 in this bag, there's 1 there, and then there's 1 here. So I have 7 bulbs. So, and I don't want to blow through anymore, because I just use these. I used to have a whole lot more, but they've gone into these mini light sets. This one, you can see all the burned out ones, because I use these on a regular basis, so they've all burned out. Although I have them on my dimmer now, so I can hopefully prolong their life. So that's good. So what I'm gonna do I had this idea. This is the bulb. The reason why it's taken out is I took out one of my bulbs on here. And then I took this one out of its socket. Oh, okay. I took this one out of its socket and stuck it just with the leads of the bulb. And this bulb is burned out, but it's still it's shunted, so it's still the bulb. It's burned out, but it's shunted, so these ones lit up. So my plan is I'm just gonna do that with all the bulbs in this set. I know that's gonna take a while, and maybe it's kind of pointless because I might go through all this work and replace a bunch of bulbs and then blow through the rest of these, which I really don't want to do. If I can help it, I really don't want to do that. So I might have to pick up some more replacement mini lights bulbs, or scrap them off of. I guess I could pull them off some of the sets that I got for my aunts maybe. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse and get that done. So that's what I'm gonna do. Pull all the bulbs out and then sort them into, use this one, because these are 2.5s and these are 2.5s. Figure out which ones work and which ones, what kind of state they're in of all these bulbs. I know most of them are fine. There's quite a few that are now burned out. So we'll see what happens. So here's a time lapse. Okay, so I've been working for a little bit, and I thought I would come in and give you an update. I've gone through and tested all of these ones. The filaments are burned out, but they're still they're still shunted out. Basically, how these work, these mini light bulbs. Of course, you have the main filament. I can do this with one hand. There we go. You have the main, what is that flickering? You have the main filament, and then up at the top there is a shunt. That little piece of wire, you can actually see it right there. That little piece of wire, that is a shunt. So when the bulb blows, this filament blows, it opens the circuit, and in a series circuit, which is what this is, because all the bulbs are in series, which is why when you take one out, it kills the rest of the circuit. Right now, there's 120 volts right at the socket, and it causes that little shunt there to break down and actually shunt. So if this bulb is out, that shunt is still letting the current flow through, and it's still completing the circuit and keeping the rest of the bulbs lit. These ones, it's all like that. The filaments don't work, but they're shunted because you might have, I don't know how well I tried to film it well, but maybe you can't. But when I put all these inside this socket in the set here, the filaments don't light up, but the rest of you saw all the bulbs come on. Those two don't work, so I found two fully burned out so far. But I'm thinking the way this is going, I think all of these are gonna be like this, because I don't really know how to explain it, but there's a video by the YouTube channel Technology Connections, where he explains about this stuff. So basically, when you have a mini light set and bulbs burn out, of course, it increases the voltage to the rest of the set. Of course, the 120 volts is divided by all of the bulbs, so each bulb is getting 2.5 volts. In the case of this set, these lights, and also this set that I'm testing the bulbs on. But as bulbs burn out, it increases the voltage of the rest of the set, and if enough bulbs burn out, then they all, in a cascade failure, they all burn out. The whole set turns into basically a short circuit and blows the fuse in the plug. That is kind of quoting from what the technology connections video said. I might leave that one down in the description. But this set does not have a fuse. So I think what has happened that first time is I put a new bulb in it. All the bulbs are shunted, so when I plug, so when I put that new this replacement bulb, this clear one, I think what happened is, since all the bulbs are burned out or shunted, the bulb I put, the socket I put has this full 120 from the wall, and it blew the bulb instantly. But I think I saw the set briefly light up for a second, so maybe some of these bulbs are still good. I don't really know, but maybe this is just a waste of time. But I really want to I like this set a lot, so it might be a waste of time, but I want to see if I can get this working again. Also, I should mention, I moved those Noma C3 LED orange lights that I have over the door. I moved them on the tree from where these ones were, so I could still have lights on the tree temporarily, or until I either fix this set or get another set to go for there. So yeah. And then also I decided, instead of just shoving the bare bulb into the socket, I had this one that was laying here with this clear one. I have the actual socket for this, actual bulb holder, so I'm just putting the little bulbs into there and then plugging them in, so that works a lot better. So yeah, I'm gonna continue, but I have a feeling that pile is gonna grow rapidly. That's completely burned out. That's the filament's burned out, but the shunt works. And then this pile, I'm gonna do a pile here if there are any bulbs that the filaments are still working. But I have a feeling that pile's gonna be a lot greater, and if it is, then I'll just save the ones that are working that'll go into this bag, so I have more spares. Which, again, I wouldn't mind more spares. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep going. So yeah. Unfortunately, I had a feeling this might happen. They're all like that. Actually, I found 2 more burned out, but they are all burned out. So definitely what has happened is, because that one blew, these are all shunted, so it upgraded. The 120 volts was at the clear replacement bulb I tried to put in this set. So, and I definitely do not have enough bulbs to, well, if I replace all the bulbs, I'm going to lose all my orange ones, so there's no point. So, this might be the end, but, we will along one last bulb. One last one. Let's see what happens. Maybe we just have one working one that I can keep as a souvenir. Put in this set and keep as a souvenir, a remembrance of this set. You've only seen this my last 4 Halloween video, or 4, because I started making my first Halloween tour video was in 2021. Yeah, 4. But I've had this set for many years, so it's done me well. See what happens. Yup. I thought so. I had a feeling. This other one back. This clear one back in here. Why was this thing up here? I think I had it spare for one of the other flash bulb for this set. Burn out. Any other bulbs did I? No, we're good. Again, I was fine to test all these ones because this is a 50 section, and it's only gonna the voltage is only gonna go up a little bit with this one, the one burned out ones that I was putting here. Plus, it's dimmed down, so I wasn't worried about it. But unfortunately, this set is no more, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's just what happens. So I'm gonna have to find another. Well, I have like 2 more of these ones. I could put those around the door. They'd be a bit longer they're longer, but I could put that around the door instead. It's red and blue, but it'd still be lights. Or maybe I just go to the dollar store and find like the same one of my orange ones that I have on that other tree that I could put around the door. But yeah. But I think what I'm gonna do is probably pointless now, but even though I know this set is definitely finished, it's probably pointless, but I'm gonna pull these bulbs back in these sockets and put them all back in the set, and then we'll do that to end off the video. So yeah. Okay. Squeeze you in here. So yeah, this is gonna be, unfortunately, okay, there's the tripod cake. I put it directly in my path, my walking path. Unfortunately, this set has served me well, but yeah, so let's go ahead and put all these back in here. So, let's say a warm goodbye forever to these lights. I don't know how long I've had these. They were made in 2014. I mentioned that earlier. And that sounds about right when I got them. I'm gonna say around 2014, 2015 maybe. That sounds, I don't know, that sounds about right. Somewhere in there. So, if we do the math here, move the tripod back so I can get by. Fancy calculator. 2014 minus 2025. 11 years. This set has lasted 11 years. A decade of very, let's say if I did get them in 2014 or 2015. But keep in mind, well, again, these are for Halloween. They were used for a month, 1 month out of the 12, 1 month out of the year. So, we do 12 times, let's say 10, 120 months divided by 1. So 1 divided by 12. I don't know what math I was trying to do. I don't know. If you can calculate that, I don't know if you're curious of what the hours are on this. Let's say roughly 10 years. Used every night in the month of October, starting from October 1st to sometime, let's say the first week of November, the first weekend of November, depending on how the weekends fall. First week of November, so that'll give you your time thing. First weekend of November. And then they were probably on from around 5 p.m. to about 9 p.m. Well, now it's 3 to 9. So, I don't know. If you want to calculate how many hours these have racked up, feel free to do that and put it down in the comments. You don't have to though. I'm not forcing you to do that. I'm just curious if anybody wants to do that. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later with the next video. Bye.